Welcome to another episode of the Beyond Sober podcast with your host, Kohdi Rayne.
Dong, bing bong, TikTok. What is it that you're doing, dude? You hanging out? You chilling like villains? You making magic happen? What you doing, dude? What day is it? I believe it's the 6th, man. It is, what is it, Monday? Is it Monday? Monday the 6th, dude? I could be tripping. I think it is Monday the 6th. I haven't been live in a little bit, man. It's been a little while. I'm super stoked to see you, though. What is it that you're doing? You still drinking your water? You still making magic happen? You still doing? What is up, dudes? I'm so stoked to see you, man. Franco, what are you doing here, bro? What? You could be doing anything in the world. You decide to come kick it with me? Guess what today is? I don't know. 4 days? Is today 4 days? Kelly, what up? Aaron, what's going down, dude? What is today? I'm assuming today is, 30 days no alcohol? Or is it 4 days sober? Like completely? 100%? Either 99 days. Like bananas? That's dope, dude. I'm so stoked to see you. 3 days sober? What? Dude, tomorrow you are 100% sober. You can't get more sober than sober. You know what that means? That means that tomorrow, you and I are the exact same amount of sober. I haven't had alcohol in over 6 years, dude. 38 days, goodness gracious, dude. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you. That's absolutely phenomenal, dude. You want to be happy. You know, happiness is a cure to literally everything. You like, people go like, what's the cure to alcoholism? Well, what's the opposite? Pain, anguish, turmoil, depression, anxiety. So doesn't it make sense to start focusing on building a life full of happiness and joy and all the good stuff? Yeah. The more of that we have, the less crap we have to deal with, which is actually less of a reason to drink. 50 days and 25 pounds down, goodness gracious. What is that? So if my math is correct, for every day is half a pound? Am I tripping? That's crazy. Half a pound a day. Whoa, that's bananas, dude. I'm so proud of you. You're so glad you could catch me. I'm quick, like a ninja. They call me ninja, dude. Like, you gotta be swift like a bunny to come catch me. Day 167. Dude, bro, that's dope. 34 days clean. Clean, usually when we say clean, we're talking about I haven't had caffeine, dude. I haven't been on any pills. I haven't been drinking alcohol. I broke up with that one person that one time that was making me feel super duper like crappy, dude. Day 167, you know what I'm saying? So clean is absolutely phenomenal. But I didn't mean to say but, because we're not trying to negate anything. The point I'm getting at here is that sober is the first step to recovery, dude. Nothing besides coffee. Dude, that's dope, man. That's a lot of, I haven't had coffee in a long time, but I did have coffee today. And I mean, like, I haven't had coffee in like nearly a year. 90 days sober with PTSD and IED. Dude, that's next level, dude. No alcohol, goodness gracious, dude. A lot of water. Look at this, man. This is a Brita water bottle. Dude, I could put this in a river and filter this thing straight into my gullet. Super duper sick, dude. I absolutely love it. It was a gift. It was super awesome. I'm so stoked. 10 months alcohol free on the 11th. What's day? So that's like, what, 5 days? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Look at that ADHD math, man. I actually did pretty good on that one. You got diagnosed with AUD and BPT today. AUD, alcohol use disorder, correct? Unless we are talking about something different, AUD is your level of dependency on the spectrum, okay? So a lot of people that are practicing alcoholic behavior rank higher on the AUD scale. So the higher you rank on the scale, the more dependent you are on alcohol. More importantly, yes, AUD. Okay, cool. So here's what's super duper dope about functioning under the label or the concept of AUD. It basically just means that you are practicing enough alcoholic behavior to where it's actually affecting you to a degree to where it needs your attention, okay? Alcohol is not a problem until it's a problem, okay? Sober is a problem when it's a problem. Water is a problem when it's a problem. So when we look at this and go like, okay, if as an alcoholic is a 9 or 10 on the AUD scale, okay, how dependent are you? Can you go a week? Can you go a day? Can you go a couple hours? Can you only go a few minutes without drinking? Your level of dependency puts you up on the scale. So I was like a level 10, right? Not only that, I was probably 11, 12 because I was drinking 30 shots a day. And the second I stopped drinking, convulsions. It was a problem, okay? I was way up on the scale. I pretty much broke this scale. I think they created this scale because I drank so much. Now, the further we are, so if we're like a 6, 7, 8, it means that our habits are literally so deeply ingrained in what we would call alcoholic behavior. My emotions, that's why I'm drinking. My physical pains, that's why I'm drinking. I'm drinking alone. I'm drinking because I'm bored, because I got nothing to do. Whatever it is, I'm drinking a lot. I'm drinking often. I'm drinking to get drunk. I'm drinking to black out. I'm hanging out with that guy too much. I'm hanging out with this crowd too much. That puts it, the longer we do that, the further up on the scale we go. So, we want to look at this and go like, am I practicing? No, what's up, girl? Am I practicing level 10 alcoholic behavior? Or I'm at like a 5 or 6. Most people are at like a 5 or 6. What's up, long hauler? Long hauler? Most people that are actually drinking at like a 5 or 6 level call themselves alcoholics. And then what happens is they take on the identity of an alcoholic that drinks at level 10. And guess what happens, Sober Bear? You start acting the exact same way a level 10 would until you become a level 10 all-inclusive alcoholic. You're physically addicted. You can't live without it. You gotta have it. Wow, you know what I'm talking about. So understanding these concepts and really recognizing where we are in life in general, but more specifically with our habits and behaviors, puts us in a state of control. We want to know where we actually are. Yeah, it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. You think happiness is easy? It's simple, but it's not easy, right? Same with making money. It's simple, but it's not easy. You got to show up. You got to make the magic happen. You got to force yourself to go. You see what I'm saying? But once you start making money, once you start making happy, it's really easy to stay there. It actually feels easy because you're so good at these things. You stopped drinking the day after your live last week. I'm saving myself, but with thanks to you. No, that's next level, though. I'm so happy for you. Yep, hang on. There we go. Got to get that gum to the corner. My ADHD needs to be satisfied. Dude, I am so stoked, man. I am so happy that what we were talking about last week put you in a position or ushered you into a position where you're like, you know what, dude, I actually matter. And I'm going to start drinking alcohol as if I matter, right? The way we drink alcohol is a reflection of our physical and mental health, even spiritual and financial health, relationship health. So when we start pretending like we matter, even if we don't feel like it, we start getting results that reflect back to us, maybe I do matter. The more we feel like we matter, the greater the shift in our behavior in all aspects of life, dude. If you're drinking less alcohol, even one less, that's proof that you're drinking like tomorrow matters. It's proof that you're drinking like you matter. And it's not that like you matter, dude. What are you talking about? Life doesn't exist without you. Of course you matter. You literally matter. I'm here to remind you of that, man. Like, you got to remember this. I never expected to tell my story. I was so embarrassed for so long. I worked with so many people, building businesses, doing all these things. Tina, what's up? You know what I'm talking about. I was like, dude, I'm never going to tell anybody about, my triumphs and struggles and plights and all those things. And then it just became important. You missed me Sunday. What are you talking about, Adonis? And then I started telling the story. And then I started, diving deeper into the work. 6 years, 11 months. That's great. That's almost 7 years. And then I realized that my story and my life has an impact, or has the potential of impact. Then I started to recognize that, dude, like, I've actually transmuted my pain into purpose. And that purpose has helped people drink less alcohol or practice drinking alcohol like they care about themselves. You got to pretend to care before you actually do, dude. It's true, dude. Like, we have to practice caring, especially when it's difficult, dude. How do you help an alcoholic? Hang on, I got to read that again. How do you help an alcoholic that doesn't want to help? I need advice. So here's the thing. 2 things. We don't want to, I say this in this specific realm. I'm not going to tell you to do something that I don't do, okay? I'm not going to say, hey, man, you need to start drinking more water, unless I got water right next to me. If I'm not drinking it, I'm not going to tell you to do it. It's another way of saying we have to lead by example. We have to lead visually, physically, right, within that relationship. We have to be doing exactly what we want them to mimic. Because here's the thing. An alcoholic, someone that's dependent on alcohol, is the first last one to disregard every single one of your actions. Look at you, man. You won't even take a day off work. And you're telling me to take a break from the one thing I love, dude? You won't even sit down. You're over here just running around 24/7. I want to relax. And the way that I relax is with this alcohol here. Why would I be listening to someone that can't even handle their own existence? Just because you care about me doesn't mean I care about me in the way that you do. And if I did care about me in the way that you do, we wouldn't have this conversation. You see what I'm saying? So from the mind of an alcoholic, someone who's dependent, if you're not walking that walk, dude, shut the front door. The other part of this, and this is a horrible truth. It sucks, but it is a reality. Most alcoholics aren't even going to listen to you unless you have a drink in your hand, dude. If you're not drinking with them, if you're not at the bar, if you literally don't have a cocktail, who are you to be talking to me? You're not even on my level, bro. You either need to take 2 or 3 shots, you need to hit that luge real quick, or you need to build an ice sculpture so we can luge off the crack of Adonis, this ice sculpture, or you need to stop telling me what you think I should or should not do. Like, I literally don't respect you. You won't even sacrifice yourself or dabble in the poison that's a part of my existence. Not only is this a poison that is a part of my existence, it's an extension of my personality. So what you're trying to tell me is I need to be less of who I am? Who are you to tell me to be less of who I am? This is the mind of an alcoholic. Dead serious. I lived in this space for years and years and years. The finite attributes are so important to someone whose world is derivative of the amount of alcohol that's in their body, in their brain, in their cells. Remember, alcohol is a personality. So you're not talking to a conscious being when you're trying to help them. They are on a different planet. With all of that said, not only do you need to walk the walk, I mean like need to walk the walk, but more importantly, we have to approach these things from a level of care and importance and value. Dude, I know you drink like you don't matter to, but you do. And if you continue drinking alcohol the way you do, I don't think you're going to be around long enough for us to love you the way you deserve, bro. Straight up. You're pounding 10 drinks a day, man. You know, it's trying to cause cancer in your body. You're destroying your immune system every time you take a sip. I know you're in pain. I know that it hurts. I know that your emotions are getting the best of you, dude. I know your circumstances aren't, the best. And I know that there were times that were better. But you're here, you're now. And the unfortunate part about consuming a literal carcinogen, a poison, bro, is you're not fixing any of the things that make you want to drink. You're just ignoring these problems that need that attention. And I'm here to support you with that, man. So here's the plan. See where I'm going with this? I say all of this to simplify it as much as possible. Because if we come up with all these emotions and we come up, listen to what I'm saying, we don't drink because we don't care. We drink because we don't want to care. We care a lot. We care more than most. Why do you think 2 extra shots helps us chill out? It's so we can hear you, so we can feel you, so we can see you, so we can recognize you, so we can feel like we're connected. Remember, the opposite of addiction is connection. So when we're talking about these emotional states, an alcoholic is going to use that emotional state to have one more drink. That's the opposite of what we prefer them to do, okay? It's a complicated emotion. But we, once again, just kind of wrapping that up without going crazy, accidentally sent an invite with this fat finger. Tina, you know what I'm talking about. We just want to make sure that we are sharing ourselves, we're being open, we're being honest, but we're not being pushy, dude. As soon as you start saying you have a problem, you need to change, you need to shift, you need to do this, you need to do this or else, they go like, I'll show you or else. You want to see or else? I got some or else for you. It sucks, dude. You're celebrating your 10th day sober? Dang, dude. Did you know that 10 days sober is the exact same amount of sober as you're going to be in 10 years? Facts. You can't get more sober than sober, dude. Sober. You done did the work. The celebration is at 4 days. So you got 6 days of 100% sobriety. That's absolutely phenomenal. Now, sobriety is the first step to recovery. So my question to you is, are you just not drinking? Or are you Is that it? That's all you got? You're just not drinking alcohol? You're the same person doing the same things, hanging out with the same people, thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same feelings? You're just not drinking? You don't have your coping mechanism with you? Same dude, different drink? See what I'm saying? This is where we want to go like, okay, that you're recovering. We want to go like, what am I drinking now? Am I drinking water, making healthy decisions, right? Am I thinking better thoughts, or at least attempting to? Am I, kind of like wrangling my emotions in, right? All these things. Or am I just still getting triggered and responding and doing all these things and wishing I had a drink? If that's where we are, then we need to put a majority of our energy into the recovery process so we grow out of being somebody who wants to drink. We're all going to think about a drink. We're all going to think about anything that's going to potentially fix an ailment or potentially curb an emotion or a circumstance that we don't prefer. So most people, when they get into recovery, actually all of us, we start thinking about the drink, even though we don't actually want it. We're still sitting here going like, why am I thinking about alcohol? I know it's bad. I know it hurts. I spent my whole life trying to evade this thing, and it doesn't feel good. Why do I still want it? You don't still want it. You want what alcohol provides. It provides the illusion of peace. So you don't want the illusion of peace. You want actual peace. So what are you doing in your recovery to create peace, to allow peace, to generate it? Nothing? Okay. If you're doing nothing, then you're just sober. Awesome. Let's start recovering. Love in the background. Dude, thank you so much. I love this thing. It took many days to format this thing. I'm stoked that you dig it. I love this thing. Peace. Oh yeah, Jen. So here's the thing. I got a question for you, Jen. Where do you find peace? Do you find it? Is it in the bottle? Is it in the conversation? Is it at the park? Where do you find it? If you know where, you got to think about this. If you know where it is, it shouldn't be hard to go get it. Guess what I'm doing? Mel's drinking water. That's what she's doing. Where do you find peace, dude? So the first step of recovery is to find peace. No, the first step to recovery is to drink water. The first step to recovery is to recognize, first off, that we're going to say your ailments, your pains are derivative of depression, anxiety, poor mental health. We have to start focusing forward and doing life as if we were a healthy person. So the first step to recovery, first off, is recognizing that you've already done the work. You've already felt the feeling. You've already been through the pain. You think that you went through all of that crap, all of those hangovers, all of those headaches, all of those arguments, that DUI, dude. You think you did all of that and didn't gain a single tool? No, we're going to transmute that energy and put it into recovering, which is healing from the reasons we want to drink. I don't feel good. What's the opposite of feeling good? Or I'm sorry, feeling bad. Feeling good. How do we feel good? You start drinking water. Cool. Now we're not drinking alcohol. We're drinking water. That's going to fix your mood. It's going to fix your anxiety. It's going to focus on your depression. It's going to get better sleep. It's going to help you heal. It's going to lubricate your organs. It's going to help process the alcohol out. It's going to literally help your immune system. It is a fuel source. You must step into a state of recovery, but become an active participant in this too. Because remember this, dude, if the only thing that you're doing, you're like, I've spent half my life just imbibing a poison. It's in my eyes, it's in my brain, dude. It's in my lungs, it's in my cells, it's in my bungholio. And the only thing I'm doing is not that. Just sitting here isn't gonna change anything. You're just sitting in all the crap you created. This sucks balls, right? It sucks, okay? This is why we start drinking water. And then we go like, okay, well, all these crappy thoughts that I've been thinking for like 10 years, those have all produced a feeling that I don't like. And every time I don't like that feeling, which is every day, anytime my eyes are open, guess what I prefer to do? Get away, man. I'm an escape artist. I want to go over here and over there. And if I could use this drink or use this person or use this pill or use that smoke to escape the place that my thought brought me, then I'll be okay. But that's the opposite of recovery. So you want to look at this and go like, all right, now we got to focus on changing our brain. Shifting into the opposite of the person that would prefer the drink, okay? But you're not going to wake up like that. Any advice for the nausea? Yeah, dude, quit drinking, man. That's the solution. That really is it. I feel sick every time I drink. Good. That's a literal toxin. It's a combustible. It's got ethanol in it. You could light it on fire. You could fuel a diesel engine with it. If you feel sick and you're nauseous, that's what you get. That's what you're supposed to get. You know why? That's your body telling you that it's not supposed to be there. In the same way that if you undercook a chicken, you got salmonella, that's your body going, hey dude, we did something incorrectly. Something bad is happening. And then we're sitting here going like, no. We'll eat the same chicken in a different way. We'll cook it for 1 degree longer tomorrow and hope that we don't get sick. You know what? The chicken is so good today that I'm willing to deal with the salmonella tomorrow. That is what I'm talking about. Alcohol, there's so many people that I work with that go like, dude, I just woke up and realized that I can't even drink. Like, I don't want to drink. My body keeps throwing it up. I keep producing bile. My organs hurt, but I have to drink. Because if I don't drink, my organs hurt worse. My stomach gets worse. Dude, my entire esophagus bursted open and my stomach filled with blood because of the same alcohol that's making you nauseous. I'm not weaker because the actual flammable, combustible carcinogen rotted my body. Just because it happened to me and hasn't happened to all y'all doesn't mean it's not trying to do that. As a matter of fact, your body's producing cancer cells right now in your body. Right now. No, not because you're sick, but because you're human. Cancer is attempting to form in your body, in my body, right now. And do you know why we're not all diagnosed with cancer? It's because of our immune system. Guess what destroys your immune system? Alcohol. So alcohol is on the side of cancer and it's going like, hey bro, don't trip. How about I just destroy the immune system, the thing that we, keep a healthy body with? Let me just take that out. Aaron Elizabeth in the building. I am going to open the floodgates for all this cancer to form, dude. Cancer is alcohol. Not only does alcohol cause 7 types of cancer, but it actually destroys your immune system that fights that cancer. That's a double whammy, dude. And we sit here and go, we sit here and go like, my stomach hurts, and my eyes are yellow, and my skin is itchy, and I don't sleep very well, and my friends don't like me, and I don't like me, and I'm swollen, and my sides hurt, but my kidneys, man, I'm 25 pounds heavier, and my job, it's so difficult. I have no energy. There's a poison in your body, dude. Like, there is no other way to say it, man. Now, poison in small amounts isn't going to hurt you to that extent. That's the point. We're not supposed to get drunk. We're not supposed to black out. So if we're going to drink, we want to drink water with it. We don't want to drink because we're pissed and just because we're bored. We don't want to drink a ridiculous amount. We want to drink enough to add value, to shift our perspective for a little while, for a few hours, man. I hung out with people for days, and they're like, dude, I'm going to have 3 glasses of wine. That's it. They didn't even get drunk. They barely even got a buzz. They enjoyed the drink. That's what we're supposed to do with it. But if you're pounding a bottle of wine every single night in the hopes that you can get faded, that's a different type of self-sabotage, man. I lost a lot in these past couple years, and your page has helped me a lot. Dude, CO, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. I'm so glad that I could be here. I'm so glad that I continue to show up and that my content has been able to spark some power in your lifestyle. That's absolutely phenomenal. Can I stop with that IA? Absolutely. This is called holistic. Holistic means the only way is your way. If you don't know this, my name is Kohdi. I'm the creator of 2 of the most powerful sobriety and recovery programs on planet Earth, dude. I'm an international best-selling author. I'm currently working with over 2,000 people. I have graduates from this sobriety program, the masterclass. Hundreds, dude. People that have reached sobriety never went to AA. People that have gone to AA and will never go back. People that left AA decided to work one of my programs, happier, healthier, more abundant, more expressive and creative than ever before. AA has been around for 87 years, dude, and they don't touch what we do because they're the same program, doing the same thing for a specific type of person struggling in a specific type of way. If you're not that person, if you're not into religion, you're not into guilt, you're not into shame, you're not into meetings, if you're not into these things, you're not into steps, right? You know what I'm saying? Not into anger, not into fear. If you're not into those things and open to those things, then AA is not going to, can't, will not, and wasn't designed for you. It's just not going to work. But your way is the only way. And if using a program like I've created, using one of the guides, joining the rest of us online, or even doing it on your own with a literal step-by-step, doesn't matter, because your sobriety is yours. And the only way you're going to achieve it is in your way, dude. Your recommendation for a book, Tell Me to Quit for 8 months. Dude, Alan Carr is absolutely phenomenal. Dude, I'm so stoked for you. That is absolutely phenomenal, dude. Once again, I personally don't care how you reach a state of health. Listen to what I'm saying, dude. I know sober people who are not healthy at all. That's the opposite of my message, man. That's the opposite of what I care about. I don't care if you drink. I care about if you take care of yourself or not. I care about how you drink, because listen to what I'm saying. If you're drinking 10 shots a day, 20 shots a day, or below, if you're getting drunk every day, if you have a problem with alcohol, more importantly, if alcohol has a problem with you, that's an issue. That's a reflection of your mental and physical health. So I don't care if you stop drinking. I care how healthy you are. Because the healthier you are, the less you're going to drink, period. That's just how it works. Sobriety doesn't guarantee happiness, but happiness guarantees sobriety. Because no person that has a life that they're focusing on, working towards, working within, that is built from a place or moving towards happiness is ever going to reach that state and go, you know what I want, dude? I want to ruin all of the things that are going good for me. I want to ruin my health. I want to make it more difficult. I don't like having energy. I don't like having focus. I don't like having friends. I prefer having a DUI. I prefer being lazy on the couch and drinking. Happy people don't do that. Healthy people don't do that. A bad day for someone who practices being a healthy person is having too much sriracha in their burrito. It hurts. Yeah, that's what you get when you put a lot of pain in your burrito. But that's the extension of like the things that happy people do to ruin their day. You know, you get it. So whatever method or whatever style, whatever path you choose to take care of yourself is the appropriate one. There's a lot of people that reach out to me and go like, I've done everything. No, you haven't. Because if you have, you would have figured it out. You didn't do anything. Have you clicked the link in my bio? Have you taken a look at Beyond Sober? Have you looked at Unlabeled? Have you looked at the recovery guide? There's over 4,000 videos here on TikTok that I put out about helping people take care of themselves. Did you watch them out? You didn't. You didn't. You took another drink. That's the issue. If you don't want it, it doesn't matter how bad you need it. If you don't want it, it doesn't matter how long you go to AA. If you don't want it, it doesn't matter how much time you and I work together. It doesn't matter. If you don't want it, you're not going to get the results, period. Hey, dude, thank you so much. You just won't. You're going to continue to, do what's familiar. How much did you used to drink? I drank for 24 years, 16 years at high risk, which means more than 4 drinks every single day. At the peak of my alcoholic behavior, I was a full-blown addict, taking over 30 shots a day. It's 2 bottles of liquor. When you have a high tolerance, 2 bottles of liquor is super easy to consume, dude. That's just a couple double shots over here, a single here, mixed drink margarita, dude, couple beers, another, Long Island iced tea. There's 5 more liquors than that, 7 in this one. It's not hard to do that. But it takes years and years and years. Here's the craziest part. More people are going to die from drinking less than me. That's why I keep showing up. Is because there's more people practicing equally detrimental behaviors that don't drink and may never drink as much as I did. 3.3 million people die every single year from drinking less alcohol than me. I'm not special, dude. I just hung in there for an extremely long time. I literally died. My heart stopped, dude. Literally died. ICU, cardiac arrest, liver failure, all that stuff. Most people aren't going to die the way that I did. They're going to drink themselves to death, dude. They're going to find themselves in a car accident. They're going to create cancer. I got a viral video going right now. 8.8 million views right this second. And the comments have 13,000 people saying, My mom died, my dad died, my sister died, I struggled, I'm a survivor. I know a guy, she knew a dude. It's just death, death, death. Just people talking about how dangerous alcohol is. And we sit here and go like, well, what about one glass? What about this? What about this? And we try and find reasons why this needs to be in our body, man. It doesn't. It just doesn't need to be in our body. It doesn't matter how we feel about it. It wasn't designed to be there. We just decided to put it there. You see what I'm saying? Like asphyxiation does the same thing. You're not supposed to do that, but it feels funny when you do. Yeah, you're 8.8. Yeah, 8.8 right now. I think I looked at it earlier this morning. It's popping off, dude. I'm really hoping it pushes all the way up to 10 million. Like, I'm dead serious with this, dude. If what I talk about didn't ring true and wasn't as powerful and important as it is, we just wouldn't be talking about it. We would not be having the conversation. But the trajectory of alcohol is $2.2 trillion a year. We're sitting here tripping on Bezos, going like, listen to what I'm saying. Jeff Bezos, dude, trillionaire. He, what, $3 trillion? I don't know what it is. 30 trillion? The richest man ever. We're sitting here going like, dude, he's capitalizing on like all of society. Trillionaire. We can't even process how much money that is. Yet the alcohol industry is 2.2, about gonna be by like 2025. We keep drinking like this, we keep doing like this, $2.2 trillion. We gotta look at the deficit that the United States is in. We are actively just buying trillions of dollars in poison. Absolutely bananas when you think about that stuff. And then we go like, the healthcare here in the United States sucks. Well, we're actively out here hurting ourselves, dude. You talk a lot. That's really interesting because you did come to a live that's based on speaking. If you don't like people talking, you should shut your face. The other thing is, don't take a look at the podcast because there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of me talking a lot. On top of that, I actually speak sometimes 6 hours a day nonstop. Not only that, here on TikTok, 30 hours a month, dude. That job that you don't get paid enough for, that's me just saying words. Crazy, huh? Should probably shut your ear holes, man, because I'm not going to stop, man. Keep talking, bro. You know what I'm saying? 3 years sober? Dude, that's next level, bro. I love that, dude. 3 years is a long time. Kohdi talks a lot. Lies. I don't STF you, dude. Actually, when I'm not hanging out with you guys, Bradley, like Cooper, when I'm not hanging out with you guys, I'm actually not speaking a lot at all. I'm usually creating content, keeping it chill, chilling on the porch, man, scrolling, watching you guys on TikTok. But all of my businesses and everything I do, sobriety coaching, master coaching, right, business coaching, consulting, design, all of these things, all my business clients, constantly communicating, dude. 3 days is a long time. 100%. 20 beers a day. Can I safely detox at home? Yes, but I'm not going to say, like, if you're taking 20 beers, 222, I see it right there. I love you guys, by the way. Thank you for that. So if you're drinking 20 beers a day, first off, that is a lot of alcohol, okay? So this is for everybody, okay? I want you to raise your hand, leave an emoji, whatever it is. If you're drinking alcohol now, answer this question, or I want you to think back to the peak of how much alcohol you were drinking before you decided to stop or slow down. My question is, would the amount of alcohol that you drink now or used to drink kill somebody that has never drank alcohol before? You're drinking? Melissa. So I want you to look at the amount of alcohol that you drink right now, okay? And I want you to think of how much you're going to continue drinking for the rest of the night. And I want you to contrast that and go, if somebody that has never had alcohol before and wanted to go to the bar with you, Charlie, right? If you were telling them, you're going to have to keep up with me, could they make it through the night without dying? Most of us, at the peak, would go like, dude, no. There's absolutely no way that someone that was struggling or that has never had alcohol could possibly, they would die. Nope. It didn't matter. There was 400 gallons of whiskey in 15 years for me. That's banana sandwiches, dude. Why am I laughing? There's a few reasons. First off, it's for your silly face. A lot of people dig others that laugh. As a matter of fact, a lot of people go like, his laugh so contagious. Are you shitting yourself over there? Like, what are you saying? It's a good thing. You know, those that have, you gotta really think about this. Like, really think about this, man. That made me laugh. It's supposed to. Happy people do happy things. And laughing is one of them. The other time that you laugh accidentally is when information is so intense that you have to literally dumb it down. You're like, hey, bro, something bad has happened. You know what I'm saying? When we see comedy is funny because our brain just receives so much information it wasn't expecting. So the natural, that Pauly Shore laugh, yeah. It wasn't expecting that. So the autonomic system makes us laugh, right? You're dying? Goodness, I just put a video out about people telling me that. You're not, because if you were, you wouldn't be here. All right, hopefully you're dying laughing. Now check this out. If you are dying, get off of TikTok. What are you doing here? You're wasting your life. If you are dying and you're not in hospice and you haven't signed your life away, I had to do this. Dude, you're going to be dead in 7 days. You need to sign here. So these people can speak on your behalf and make decisions because you're dying. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how you feel. If you're dying, then you need to call 911. You need to get off of TikTok. You need to take your life seriously, dude. I had to die to find a reason to live, okay? Dying is not fun, dude. I'm telling you, specifically with alcoholism. It is the most painful thing you'll ever experience. I thought being beaten, left for dead on the sidewalk, right? Being thrown through glass tables, being gang beaten most of my life by parents, by people I've never met, like falling out of trees, all these things. I thought that was painful. And then you start dying from the inside out as your brain starts to rot, dude, as your organs start to swell, as your blood gets thicker, as you bleed out from the inside, dude, as you turn yellow, as your heart stops, man, as your lungs stop working, as your kidneys start to shut down, dude. If you're dying, get off of TikTok, dude. Quit saying these things, man. It's no joke. It's not one of those things to play with. Now, the cool thing is every single person who's reaching out feels like they're dying, but they're not. If you didn't want to, you gotta remember this. If this mattered to you, you would do something about it. You just would. You just would. Your problem doesn't even matter. How do I know this? Because you're refusing to do anything about it. Those that actually want to live do. They do. They do. Every day. No days off. There's no option. This is living. This is doing. I go to the gym. I had to take a day off because I choose to live every day in the gym. My shoulder hurts. I can't keep doing that. I have to take care of this. I have to drink water. I have my affirmations, dude. I just made a meal for myself. I just did all these things. I'm eating healthy, man. Got all these nutrition, all this stuff. You know why? Because I care. I have fixed all of the reasons why I didn't care, okay? You are in a position to go, how about this? How about I do the opposite of dying? How about I pretend to live for just a few minutes? How about I do what healthy people do? Eric, thank you so much, man. How about I just pretend like I matter for just 1 second and see what happens? One drink less, dude. One more phone call, dude. One more vitamin. One more walk. We go, you see what I'm saying? You can't, like, just saying that you're dying doesn't change anything. And nobody's gonna, like, this is a lot of attention for that one phrase. And the only reason why I give it this much attention is because every day someone hits me up and says, I'm dying. And I say, get off of TikTok. Do something. You're not doing anything? Nobody cares. You know how we know we don't care? Because you don't care. I'm willing to invest in you in the exact amount and a little bit more than you're willing to invest in yourself. All of us are. That's why we have a community. That's why we have friends. That's why we have family. That's why Beyond Sober exists. Because all thousands of us are going like, you're not dying, dude. You're just being a little punk. You're not dying. It just feels like that. You're not dying. You're just dehydrated. You're not dying. You're just talking crap about yourself. You're not dying. You're just convinced. You're not dying. You're just not doing, dude. Do something. Here, take this, drink this, go here. You're not going to do that? Okay. You're going to continue feeling like you're dying. Do something, dude. You do nothing, you get nothing. You get nothing. And it sucks because that's the truth. And here's the crazier part. No one's coming either. Nobody. Not a single person. I'm so proud of you, Melissa. You're not just trying, you're doing. Nobody's coming. It's a hard truth to like take in. No one's going to rappel from the ceiling. No one's looking in your window right now. I know you wish that I got neighbors right there. I could see in their house. I'm blind, so I don't know what's happening, but they got purple lights, right? So, just like mine. They're not watching me. They're not sitting here going like, is he drinking? What is he doing? They don't have binoculars. They're not sitting here waiting for the moment that they can save me. They don't even know me. I don't even know who that is, dude. And the people that I do know don't know where I live. They don't even have my phone number, dude. No one's coming. I would love to come swing through the ceiling, bust out the windows, pull the drink out of your hands. But the unfortunate part about this is you're the same person when I leave. When I get that drink out of your hand, guess who you are? Exactly who you've always been. That's the issue. We have to start doing things that depict the version of us that we wish would show up. What does the version of me look like if I were to show up for myself? You need to become the version of you that you needed when you were struggling. That's what recovery is becoming the person capable of saving you. But you have to act like that first. The alcohol makes me a more better person. This is interesting. Alcohol doesn't make anybody anything. Alcohol doesn't make people angry. It doesn't make people happy. It doesn't make people a better person. If you believe that alcohol makes you a more better person, that means that the reality is that alcohol helps you feel like less of a bad person. That's the illusion that alcohol provides. You firmly believe that alcohol makes you a good person. And I believe you. I believe that you believe that. I believe that's a valid truth. That makes sense. That feels right, 100%. But the truth is that alcohol is removing your awareness to the version of you that you've created, which is bad. I'm a bad person, so I drink, so I'm a good person. What that means is you don't feel good when you're not drinking. You still want to escape. You would still like to kick that puppy. Maybe you still want to throw a rock. Maybe you're still angry at your dad. Maybe you're still pissed off. Maybe you still have a grudge. Maybe you actually want to hurt somebody. And when you drink, you're not aware that that's what's happening. So what's left is the illusion of feeling like a good person. Alcohol is an amplification unit. It amplifies your core state of being. If you're a sad person at your core, struggling with depression, you're going to get depressing results, period. If you have anxiety, you're going to get fearful results. Your body's going to respond to it, but you're not going to be aware of it. Chris, what's up, dude? So stoked to see you. Alcohol doesn't make you angry. It removes all the reasons why you are keeping your crap together. And then what happens is you get an angry drunk, amplified at their core. He's angry when he's not drinking. He's even angrier when he does. That is it. Alcohol is a symptom. The results you get when you drink is simply a mirror of how you feel internally. This is why we look at people and go like, dang, that relationship's not going to work. He's mean. He's narcissistic. He's misogynistic. He's not misogynistic because he drinks. He's like that all the time. She's like that all the time. But when he drinks, there's no reason for him not to act like that. No reason for her not to act like that. The walls have been brought down. Now he has permission, she has permission, which she could call, it was alcohol's fault, to act at their core. See what I'm saying? We have to look at this and go like, okay, well, what is it that alcohol is giving me that I'm not giving myself? Addiction is 1,000% a symptom. 1,000%. 100. You gotta look at this. Nobody chooses an addiction. Nobody's gonna sit here and go like, hey, you know what? If there was an option, nobody's gonna go, hey, do you want a college degree and a PhD and $1 million? Or do you want an addiction? Nobody's gonna sit there and go like, you know what sounds good? An addiction. I wanna give up everything for one thing. I want to give up every single thing. All my health and my happiness, my abundance, my peace, my opportunities, the potential. I want to give all of that up for an addiction. One thing. Nobody chooses that. Nobody. So an addiction is the result, it's the inevitable repercussion of choosing to survive. When you are choosing to survive your circumstances, surviving your emotions, surviving your memories, your PTSD, your physical pains. My shoulder's killing me not drinking. See what I'm saying? This is a reason to drink. Technically, no, but you see what I'm saying? In any other mindset, I'd be like, yeah, I could really use a drink. This hurts a lot. Or I could just do something else and ignore it. Drink more water. Take some ibuprofen. See what I'm saying? Get my mind off of it. Actually do something healthy. Relax, right? So I'm saying all of this to go, addiction isn't something that we choose. It is a symptom of our choosing to survive. So when we look at people who have created an addiction, right? We're sitting here going like, they have been struggling. Here's the trip. Here it goes even further. They initially started for one thing, for one reason, and continued for a completely different reason. It's never because I'm an addict and this is why I'm doing it. It's no, if I don't have this, my brain doesn't operate optimally. My body does not feel right. This world doesn't make sense. Paulina Vibes in the building. What's up, girl? This, I don't like 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 this. And if I am consciously reacting to all of these pains and all of these ailments and all of these circumstances that give me anxiety, make me hate myself, make me want to hurt other people, if that is what sober feels like, then give me the drug. Because trust me, you want me under the influence. Technically, this is absolute facts, not an opinion. The safest place for anyone that has an addiction is on their substance. That goes for alcohol too. How do you think I died? Spartacus, what up, baby? How do you think I died? You think I died from overdosing on alcohol? No, it was less alcohol in my body. I gave myself like a 6-hour stretch between drinks, started to convulse, blood, everything. For me to continue living, I needed it in my body. That's the addiction. Remember, alcoholics don't want to drink. They have to drink. Addicts don't want to be addicts. They have to remain one. It's the or else. So I know it seems like they may be choosing the drug, choosing the pill, choosing the person, choosing the toxicity, choosing the alcohol. But no, they're choosing to survive. That's their circumstances. Yes, that withdrawal. How do I stop? I can't. Melissa, first off, I believe that you can't. You know why? Because you're the one. You're the one that can't do it. Just you. Not anybody else. Nobody else has ever had that thought before. There's never been another person who has ever said, I can't. You're the first one. Not the 78 million people that have recently gotten sober. None of them have ever said, I can't do it. Here's the truth. You're not the one that can't do it. You just believe you are, which is why you can't do it. You've convinced yourself that it's impossible, that you've done everything, that you're the one, because it runs in your family, because you start to shake, because of your nightmares, because of your stomach, because of your friends, because of your family, because of your job, because of the money, because of the kids. I can't. If I stop, then all the bad things happen. The bad thing is happening, which is why you say you can't. If you don't first off start shifting your perspective to say, dude, I can, it's just insanely difficult, then your brain's not even going to work with you. It's going to sit here and go like, hey girl, you know what? Well, I don't know what you're talking about. We can't do that. That's impossible. Let me find 1,000 reasons to make that true. You can't because it's too early. You can't because your stomach hurts. You can't because your contacts fell out. You can't because the refrigerator's open. You can't because the car will start. You can't because you have to wait for that appointment. You can't because your brain is just going to do what you've programmed it to do. Find all the reasons why what you said is true. Why on earth would your brain do anything other than prove you true? It's a computer. You're not sitting here talking to a computer. I want you to talk to your phone and go like, you're not an iPhone. You're not a cell phone. Your phone's not going to sit here and go like, yes, I am. I totally am. It's not responding. It's just taking the data and going, no, we're a phone. This is what we do. This is all that we do. But when you start shifting your perspective, when you start training your brain on purpose, with intent, to go like, I'm not an iPhone, I'm an Android. Then your brain goes, are we an Android? I got an Apple logo. I'm Ninja. There's an Apple logo on me, you know what I'm saying? So we can't just keep doing the same exact things and expecting to get new results. This is what I'm saying. The reason why you say you can't is because you've tried all the things that weren't supposed to work for you. Have you tried something else? No? That's why you feel like that. It's because your brain has hyper-focused and all the things you weren't able to do, and you've concluded that you're the only person in the entire universe that can't do it. Here's the craziest part about you being the only person in the universe that can't do it. You ended up on my live. That's absolutely insane. That means the universe wants you to be here. That means the universe wants you to take a look at that link in my bio. You can come kick it with all 2,000 of us, okay? That means the universe has literally aligned you with every tool, every resource, every opportunity, every person, everything you could ever possibly need to do the one thing that's going to help you feel like you can do it. The only thing you got to do is click the button. You can't do that either? Dang, that's your brain talking. That you have to think greater than your emotion, dude. Do it, dude. You can do it. The reason why I made these resources is because so many people say they can't do it. Girl, I died and did it. I literally lost my house, car, job, money, friends, opportunities, my liver, dude, everything, my heart stopped. All these things, I did it. I'm not the special one, dude. You're not the special one. You're equally as human as I am. And not only did I do it, I paved the way and help thousands of other people do it too. You're not the one that can't do it. You just have to put in some energy, man. You got to switch from the can't game, jump into the can game. But it's simple, but it's not easy. You're going to spend that energy doing something. Might as well spend it taking care of yourself. Mel's in the building. What's up, girl? I've been hearing you. I love hearing you. So inspiring. Girl, I've seen your TikToks recently. You're all over my FYP. I'm hitting that like. It's so good to see you. You doing all right? Hey, boy, hey. Stoked to see you. Goodness gracious, man. You're speaking some power right now. Dude, here's the trip, man. Like, it's just facts. It's objectively true. Objectively means without emotion, without opinion. Mel knows what I'm talking about, right? You're doing great, dude. I love that. I mean, I love your content lately. Here's what I'm saying. My ADHD goes, just tell me what I need to hear. Just get to it. You're not doing anything out of pocket. I love the way you're showing up, girl. I'm just going, I love the yellow. I love all this stuff. I love your energy. It's next level, dude. But my ADHD is going to sit here and go like, just tell me the compliment. Just give me the tool, like right now. And I feel bad sometimes because my ADHD is ratioing other people's content because I'm like, I'm not watching all your stuff. I love you, but no. It has nothing to do with anybody. It is all me. You have almost 14 months, Trisha? Holy bejesus, dude. Almost 14 months, dude. That's almost 15 months. But 7 days, 14 days, that's almost 2 weeks. Hard work is the only way. Here's the trip. I wouldn't say hard work is the only way. Hard as in difficulty. Everything has a level of difficulty. Anything worth having is worth buying / investing in and working towards. Here's the trip. You are going to expel the exact same energy. I want you to look at this. If you have 100% energy and 75% of that is going towards pain management. Ow, that hurts. Drink. Don't you think if you still have 100% of your energy, that if you put 65% of that energy into preventing that problem from happening, don't you think you're going to get better long-term results, right? So if we put our energy in fixing stuff, it's not the same as putting our energy into preventing stuff. But we are going to be equally drained. It's equally exhausting fixing all of your problems as it is preventing them. Preventing them comes in the form, a lot of times, Mel knows what I'm talking about, in the form of healing. Dude, I talked to Mel. We all used to drink. She's like, I don't want this. I don't like this. Cool. What are we doing to grow, to expand, to get healthier, to get happier? In the beginning, we're sitting here going like, where's the happiness? Bring it on, dude. What's up, dog? You know, good to see you, man. When is it going to show up? And it's because we're impatient. It's because we're using all of our energy. And we're going there. Dude, you've been sober for 2 years. Tell me it was easy. Dude, it wasn't easy. When you first jump into sobriety, you're sitting here going like, I want to put my energy here. I don't even know where to like really, invest my focus. I just know that I'm not drinking. That's difficult not to do the thing that's hurting me. Crazy. And then you don't even know how to have other thoughts. So you just think all the same ones. And then you have to combat those thoughts by doing something. You have to get involved over here. Then you're like, you see what I'm saying? This is survival. Sober is survival. Sobriety is survival. We want to take that same energy, same focus, same time, and go like, no, dude, I don't just want to get sober. I want to recover. I want to become someone healthy. Now, bro, it's not that I don't drink alcohol. It's that I'm a healthy person. I make healthy decisions. And one of my healthy decisions is drinking more water. No, it's not that I can't drink alcohol. It's that I am focusing on my health and happiness right now. So you can't have just one? Not with this body. That's what we're talking about. It's the transmutation of energy, dude. We shift these perspectives and go like, it's not that I can't drink, it's that I want to be healthy. Then our brain starts to go like, okay, here's a healthy thing. Let's do this. Here's a healthy thought. That's a healthy person. You should go say, hey. You should hang out in their life. CBT helps 100%. Cognitive behavioral therapy. When you're shifting your perspective, we talk about this in the Unlabeled recovery program too. That's specifically in module 2 when we're talking about triggers. It's rewriting the stories and retelling the stories in a way that helps your brain go, oh, it actually wasn't that bad. It was this. This is actually what happened. I see. It didn't happen to me. It happened for me. Right. You had to go through that crap, even though it hurts, so you could feel a certain way, so you could use that to get stronger. Oh my God, I thought I was the victim the whole time. Nah, dude. Do I still use Thrive? Yeah, I just took my patch off. You see that? See the little thing? I just took it off a little while ago because I had it on all day. Dude, if you guys are even remotely interested in nutrition, dude, you can hit the link in the bio, scroll down until you see Thrive. It's next level, dude. Holy crap. It's like the elixir of the recovered. When your body has the nutrition that it needs, dude, you got better focus, you just feel better in general. Dude, you're going to wish, dude, oh my God, you're going to go like, I can't believe I didn't do this sooner. Yeah, I know. We're not taught to care about our nutrition. We're just taught to eat an orange, get some vitamin C, and stand in the sun. Dude, do you know how many minerals your body's missing? We're not even drinking the right water. So when we jump on a nutrition regimen and it actually fills all the nutritional gaps, specifically the ones that we caused when we were not taking care of ourselves, then we go, holy crap, this is how life is supposed to live. I feel good. When you feel good, you do good. When you do good, you get great results, man. Does it go straight to your bloodstream? No, it's like any other vitamin. But the DFT right here, it uses your epidermis. Epidermis means skin because your skin is your biggest organ. And so you can see this. So this is like a residue from today. Like this will just wash off. So think of it kind of like tape. And you put this tape on here. And as you move throughout the day, it seeps or drips additional nutrients, additional vitamins and minerals into your body all day long. Another way of saying that is you have a lot of focus, sustainable, clean energy, better sleep, just better overall health, less pains, better appetite, better diet in general, all of those things. And you can't necessarily get that. Like I even wrote a whole blog thing and it's huge. If you want to do what this regimen does, you're going to have to do this and this and this and this, all these things. Or you can just take the supplements, dude, and enjoy your life. Like that's just how it goes. Fallon, what's up, girl? So stoked to see you. I see you all over the comments. I recognize your face. What's going on? Sorry, what's it called? The patch? Oh, it's part of the Thrive program. So it is one of a 3-step process. So if you're remotely interested in the nutrition that thousands of people are using right now, I mean like technically millions, but the people in like recovery and sobriety are using, you can go to tastethrive.com. It's that simple. Everything that you're looking for, all your questions are answered. Super duper sick. That's where I got my stuff. Tastethrive.com. I even put a link in the bio. You guys can scroll down and just click on that, dude. But it has everything you could ever possibly imagine, dude. I even wrote like blog articles on what exactly it does and how we use it in recovery. Do I use it every day? 100%. 100%. Dude. It's one of those things where you're like, why would I skip a day of feeling next level? Like there's no reason not to have, or for your body not to have what it needs. But yeah, it's a 3-step regimen. So I wake up and I take the just multivitamin thing, and then I put a patch on, and then I have a protein shake, and about 45 minutes later, and all of my nutritional needs are met. Of course, I need to eat and drink water and do those things. I got my juice and all that stuff. But the point of that is instead of having to focus on all of these very specific magnesium and potassium and B12 and do all those things all day long to fill the gaps, You just take your nutrition and you're done. It's super amazing, dude. What's the patch? The patch is called DFT, which means Derma Fusion Technology. They got a bunch of different ones. The ones that I specifically use is called Black Label. And the reason why I use Black Label is because it has a little bit extra caffeine in it. I have ADHD, so it slows me down while still keeps me here. For other people, it might be like an upper, but they also have White Label and the Duo, all that stuff. So if you're, I put all of that stuff on the site. So if you're remotely interested, tastethrive.com or hit the link in my bio. You can scroll down. If you go to the link in my bio, you're going to see Beyond Sober, the masterclass, Unlabeled Recovery, all that stuff. Even the clothing line. A bunch of people have been getting this shirt recently. Love the 222 all night. I know, dude. I'm so stoked. It's so amazing. We've been hitting 222 people in here all night. And anytime we do that, it's magic, man. Those are some pretty powerful angel numbers. Just saying. But with that, let's talk about this shirt real quick. Just because there's so many people that are like really, really into their sobriety journey. A lot of people who are technically recovered. So here's the definition of sober real quick, right? And you could use this for yourself, but also to define anybody else that you know. Sober means not under the influence of alcohol, not drunk, okay? That's it. That's what sober means. Sober doesn't mean not drinking caffeine, not smoking cigarettes, not taking pills. Sober, it means not under the influence of alcohol, not drunk. How long does it take to get sober? This many days. That's 4, almost 5. It takes 4 days for alcohol to process out of your bloodstream, right? On a cellular level. That means if you go to the doctors, they run a blood test or urine test, they're not going to see any alcohol in there. Maybe some remnants of stuff, but you're not under the influence. Got it? Okay. Then there is not sober, okay? Not sober means you are under the influence of alcohol. Doesn't necessarily mean you're drunk. It just means within the last 4 days you drank alcohol, okay? So you're not clinically, technically sober. Really, really, really simple stuff. So if you had a drink in 4 days, you're not sober. If you haven't had a drink in 4 days, you are sober. But then there's the other definition of not sober. I am not sober. I'm beyond sober, okay? I'm not sober, not because I have something in my system, but because I don't drink alcohol. I haven't drank alcohol. I'll never drink alcohol. I was just hanging out with people that had wine, all this stuff, hanging around. People pouring alcohol on me at the Iration show. I'm not sitting here tempted to drink it. Pour it in my mouth. I wish just a little drip drop would just splash to my eyeballs so I could have a flashback to that one night in Cancun. I don't drink. Will never drink. Not interested. Beyond sober. So I can't be sober from something I don't drink, from something I don't do. I quit 7 years ago and hate hangovers. That's amazing. So here's the trip. Juju, so you technically, if you don't drink, you're not sober. Because the reality is you could only be sober as in between drinks if you still drink. If you're in a state of sobriety, as in you're actively, there's a potential you may drink again, right? You haven't fully recovered, then you're just saying no. And if you're just saying no, then you're sober. But my point with this is there comes a point through recovery when you're not sober anymore. You don't identify as a sober person, because to identify as a sober person is to indicate that you are actively attempting to say no to alcohol. And if you are, then you're sober. That's amazing. But there comes a point, once again, which is what I push towards, is a state of recovery when you're not triggered. You're not thinking about alcohol. You don't want alcohol. It's not going to be a part of your life. It's not something that you have to debate. It's not something that's triggering to you. You can go to the grocery store. You can still go to the same events. You can hang out with the same people. They can keep drinking. You can see all the advertisements. You could do these things, and you're not triggered or wishing that you could have just one. You're recovered, dude. Or you once had an addiction or a dependency, and you had a problem. And then you've worked so far through your sobriety that you're not even sober anymore. You forgot you ever even had an issue. That's what Beyond Sober is. We don't just want to get sober, because sober is still survival. Sober is still painful. We want to work so far through it that we're really a different person. Like literally unrecognizable. And go like, dude, there's no way that's who Kohdi was. Yeah, I used to look like that. I was 200 pounds, man. My face was round. I was sick. I was yellow. I was gross. I had long hair. Totally different dude. Guess you're beyond. Love that. Beyond sober. That's the thing. Like, I say this to bring like awareness to the labels and stuff that we use. Excuse me. Is if you went up to somebody on the street that doesn't drink alcohol and you said, "Hey man, how long have you been sober?" They go like, "I don't drink alcohol." Right, but how long have you been sober? They're like, "I'm not sober. I don't drink." That's literally an insult because they are perceiving it as if you're indicating that they have to say no, or that they prefer that, would rather do that, or drink in general. Dude, I don't drink alcohol. I'm not sober. You see what I'm saying? So that's the second definition of not sober. Barely, what's up, girl? So stoked to see you. We want to find ourselves in that position, obviously sooner than later. Because here's the truth, dude. There's people, we all know people, and we're going to continue meeting people who are very, very excited about their sobriety, which is next level. It's always going to be absolutely phenomenal. But there's a point beyond sobriety where you're recovered, man, and you're allowed to identify or link to the imagery of someone that once struggled and no longer does. That's where we're going. That's what healing is. I don't want to drink because I'm a happier person. I'm not interested in taking these pills or in hanging out with that person. I don't want that toxicity in me. The old sick version of me would take that all day long, prefers that, would easily gravitate towards that because that's fun. I know how to deal with that. But this version of me would never choose that, man. I'm happier, I'm healthier, I'm more abundant, man. I enjoy myself, there's more peace. I prefer this. I don't wish that I could, consume something that's bad for me. This is where you'll meet people who will always be sober, always be miserable. And the only thing different about them is they're not drinking. That's willpower. That's super cool. But once again, we want to be happy as well. Or happier. I'm working on healing. Dealt with domestic violence. I get you. I had to deal with the same thing, dude. I was just talking about it a few days ago. It's next level. I was talking for hours about the whole TV case, all of that stuff, man. Here's the trip. You are you now. Your DV, your circumstances, is not who you are. We're not sitting here going, like, I'll say it like this. Had you not said something, nobody here would ever associate that with you. Unless you were like in a newspaper and it was hung up on a wall and we're like, is that you? You did the DV thing? You were in the DV thing? That's not who you are. And it's not a reflection of what you deserve, when you doing something wrong. It just is. But that is not something that controls you or owns you. That does not paint the picture of your character. Just because you were someone that went through something traumatic like that doesn't identify you as a victim, as the circumstance. You become your circumstance, as in you look like someone that's been through DV. You act like someone that's been through DV. You project your emotions as someone that's been through DV. You've basically taken on the identity, I'm not saying this is true, you've taken on the identity of someone that's been through DV. That is called becoming your circumstances, or looking like what you've been through. You would never look at me and go like, that guy's liver failed. He was an alcoholic for sure. He looks like he doesn't have his life together. That's for sure. You wouldn't do that. That's because I was my circumstances. I looked like what I went through until I literally died. And then at that point, I was like, I can't keep looking and doing and feeling and acting the same way, because I know what that leads to. More death, more pain, more anger, more problems. I don't want any of those things. So what's the opposite? Becoming this guy. Someone that I love, respect, appreciate, admire, and inspired by, dude. I am my biggest fan, man. I love this dude. If you walked in the room, dude, we're hanging out all day, right? That's what recovery is, man. So although my circumstances are horrendous, that's not who I am. I don't identify with that, but I also talk about it. I sit here and go like, this is what happened to me. This is also what I learned from it. This is how I grew. I look like Pauly Shore? No way. For real? The whistle? There's no way. I don't know what you're talking about. But we want to look at these things and go like, okay, who am I identifying as? Friend relapse after 60 days. This is a perfect thing. Got it. So check this out. What's the difference between a lapse and a relapse? Okay? Most people don't relapse after 60 days. They lapse in their sobriety. lapsing in sobriety is not the same as relapsing in an addiction. Okay? A lapse in sobriety is I went 60 days and had a drink, or I had a weekend. Okay? In 4 days since the last drink, you're going to go back to being 60 days sober plus one more day. So 61 days. That's a lapse. You didn't lose anything. You didn't drink yourself back to day one. You didn't lose 60 days of health. That's just a lapse, dude. That's like I was eating burgers all week and I had a sandwich. Oh, back to burgers. That's a lapse in your burger week. 6 days burgers, 1 day taco. You get it? That's a lapse. A relapse is I went 60 days, picked up a drink, now I can't stop. Now it's worse. Now I need help. Now my situations are dire. Now my circumstances are out of control. I'm actively destroying my health daily. I went 60 days without drinking, and the way that my future is predicting right now, I'm going to do 60 days drinking. I need help. That's a relapse. And most people that relapse are people who have an extreme dependency. Usually people that relapse and actually relapse have some type of addiction. You can't relapse in sobriety. If you could reach 60 days, you don't have an addiction, dude. You just don't. This is not how it works. But if you're doing 60 days and you relapse, that's definitely indicative of an extreme dependency. So we want to make sure that we understand the difference, and more importantly, we accept the difference, because we continue to embody the relapse and go like, I can't believe this. I went 60 days and I relapsed. I can't, what's wrong with me? And then the guilt and the shame and the anxiety and the depression, and then the cycle begins again. And then we literally create so much anxiety off of a lie, off of a falsehood, that we actually drink ourselves into a relapse. Bronco knows what I'm talking about, dude. If you lapse in your sobriety, and if you sit here and go like, I'm going to beat myself up for it, for not being stronger, not doing better, and you use that anxiety to have one more drink, now you have set yourself up for an actual relapse. We don't have to turn a lapse into a relapse. 3 years, that's absolutely amazing. And when people ask what's wrong, hang on, with me, I tell them I have a list. That's good. Here's the trip. We could all find things that are wrong with us. And I'll say this to go, as I'm saying that, my shoulder hurts. Every time I move it, actually that's not so bad. When I set it here and the pressure starts to build, my shoulder hurts. This ligament hurts right there and right here where it hinges, right? The socket, all these things, it hurts. So I could come up with a list of things that I don't like, things that feel wrong, things that feel incorrect. But you got to understand, there is more right with you than wrong with you. Always. Always has been, always will be. The only reason why it feels like there's a list of things that are wrong with you that need your attention is because you think that's important. You think that the more time and the more energy and the more attention you give to the things that you believe are wrong with you, that somehow they're going to fix themselves, or you're going to care so little that they're just going to go away. You do not have to focus on what you believe is wrong with you, because when you fix and work towards what's already working, all the things that you believe are wrong with you fix themselves. You don't fix the problem by focusing on the problem. You fix the problem by fixing why it happens. It happens because you keep saying this crap, and all of your attention is going towards the things you don't like, the things you don't want, the things you don't prefer. And if that's the only thing that has your attention, then of course, the entire world, specifically your own reality, is going to be like crap, feel like crap, smell like crap. That's just what it is. And this is where we start transmuting that and going like, okay, well, I got a list of 10 things. My BPD, my CPTSD, my ADHD, my AUD, all the, and you can't find one thing you like? You can't find one thing that's working for you? I could do it. If I could do it, why can't you do it? It's because you're focusing on all the things that you don't like, which makes more things you don't like. We can't keep doing that and expect the problems to just go away. As a matter of fact, if we give all of our attention, there's no way I look like Pauly Shore. That's crazy. Is that 3 today? Holy crap. You know who else thinks I look like Pauly Shore? Pauly Shore does. I have videos of Pauly Shore going, hey, he does look like me, dude. Yeah, bro, I fucking know. People won't leave me alone. Straight up, dude. They've been saying that since I was a little girl. It's crazy. I kind of see it. Yeah. It's trippy, dude. From Biodome. Pauly sure does, dude. He sure does. He found me on TikTok. He also found me on Facebook. It's crazy, dude. I'm sober. What does sober, not sober mean? So sober, of course, just kind of recapping, I mentioned it earlier. Sober means not under the influence of alcohol, not drunk. Not sober means the opposite. You are under the influence of alcohol or you're drunk. But then the other definition of not sober is I don't drink alcohol, so I can't be sober. I personally am not sober. I don't 222. I don't identify as a sober person. I don't tell, hey, my name's Kohdi, I'm sober. Hey, people ask me every day, how long you been sober? Dude, I'm not sober. Like, I don't drink. I can't be sober from something I don't do, right? Do I sell shirts? Yeah, you can go to beyondsoberclothing.com or hit the link in my bio and scroll down. These things have been flying off the shelf. There's all kinds of stuff. We got drink water hats and all that jazz. I don't think I'm wearing one right now. But yeah, link in bio or beyondsoberclothing.com. Super easy. So sober, not sober is actually my website. So if you typed in sober.notsober.com, links to all of my resources, single shot method, Beyond Sober podcast, man, Beyond Sober masterclass, Unlabeled recovery program, Unlabeled, is all right there. Everything you guys need, including nutrition, it's all right there. I'm working with people every single day. I'm literally responding to hundreds of people, making sure that they have everything they need. And I made it super duper simple for everybody to get their hands on the resources. People can reach every day, reach an active state of sobriety without ever leaving their house, without ever going to AA, without needing rehab, without needing detox, Barry, without having to go to the hospital. That's because all the tools and resources I've created are in the digital space, dude. They are for you. You can take them. You can use them anywhere. It just comes down to how important it is to you. If your health and your happiness has a level of importance to it, then you're going to follow the things that we talk about, and you're going to implement them and find the way. The only way to do these things is your way. And that's the only thing that matters. As long as you are focusing on you and using the tools and resources that have been created specifically for you, you're gonna get the results. You just have to want it, man. And I don't mean you know what I'm saying? I mean, you actually have to start pretending that you care about you for a little bit. I'm not the opposite of a thing. I wish I understood. Well, the opposite of a thing is the opposite of a thing. Eating a lot and drinking water makes me sleep. No, not drinking. Yeah, that makes sense. Healing takes energy too. So if you're eating good food, you're drinking a lot of water, your body's going to be a little bit more tired, especially during the recovery process until it acclimates. If you're still tired, then we also got to focus on your nutrition, right? So there's a lot of different things that we want to really give our attention to when we're in the recovery process, because once again, you may have been destroying yourself with the poison, but there's physical damage, emotional damage, psychological damage that comes along with all of that. And your body, as miraculous and beautiful as it is, needs time and energy to heal. And it's going to heal when we rest and when we actually give it what it needs. You don't identify as sober because you're not the opposite of drinking. I personally don't identify as sober because I'm not sober. So, correct. The opposite of drinking is not drinking. You are correct. So it's in the same way as I'm just as sober as someone that's never had alcohol before. I don't drink. This version of me never had a lick of liquor. I don't have a clue. I will never drink. I've learned all I needed to learn. I've experienced all that I needed to experience. I've seen all the things. I've read the analytics. I know what's in it. I know it's a controlled substance. I know all this stuff. There's no reason to put gasoline in my body. I'm not sober from not drinking gasoline. You see what I'm saying? I just don't drink gasoline. I know that it's not supposed to go in my body in the same exact way that I'm not going to the gas pump and putting the nozzle in my mouth. It's not supposed to be there. It'll never be there. So I'm not sober from drinking gasoline in the same way I'm not sober from drinking alcohol. I don't drink. I'm not sober. It's just how it is. There's so many people that identify as sober and use that as a personality trait and a fuel source that, count one more day thinking that matters. Dude, if you're not making those days count, then there's no point in counting those days, because you're the same amount of miserable as you always were. Same person, thinking the same thoughts, doing the same things, feeling the same feeling without the thing you want to do. You want to drink. That's the problem. We want to become someone that doesn't want to drink or wants to drink very little. Healthy people drink very little amounts of poison if they decide to drink. That's why I only care about how you feel. I feel like how you're doing. You think you get it? Okay, got it. So it's very simple. If you don't drink alcohol, you can either identify as sober. To say that I'm sober is to indicate that I drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. To say that I'm sober means that I was drinking, want to drink, and I'm not. I'm not going to drink, so I'm not sober. Like, it's not a thing. Like, I mean, technically, I'd be sober. Like, I went to a concert. I was one of the only people not drinking. I'm not the sober one. I'm only sober in contrast to everyone else that's drinking. Like, think about this. If we were all there and nobody drank, nobody would be sober. Like, nobody, we don't drink. We can't be, what do you mean sober? I don't drink. None of us here drink, dude. We're not sober. There's no bar here. We don't drink. Right? Right, in contrast. Exactly, dude. I drink a lot of beer every night when I come home. Dude, I get it. It's, you know, a lot of that is habit. But the reality with these things is we have to remember that our machine is programmed to expect that. That's called our autonomic system. Our brain starts to fire certain codes. Our body starts to fire certain signals. And at that point, we start thinking about alcohol. Then we go like, okay, I'll just start with this one beer, or I'm probably going to have 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever it is. Then I'm going to go to work all day long and not drink. That's good. And then I'm going to do it all again. The problem with that is we're not drinking from a healthy place. We're not drinking as a healthy person. We're drinking as someone who drinks like they have a problem. That's the problem, is that we're not using alcohol to add value to our lives. We're using alcohol to create the illusion of value in our lives. To think that our physical health is so important that we need to ignore the pains. As I say this, my shoulder hurts. I'm not ignoring it. I'm not trying to get away from the pain. I want to know where it hurts. I want to know what I can move, what I can't move. Like, I want to know this flexibility. I'm not going to sit here and try and ignore this pain. It's supposed to hurt, so I know what not to do. It's supposed to be uncomfortable, so I learn how to use my body with this pain. I need to know how far I can push this thing before it's a real problem, and it kind of feels like it is. I could go further, I could do more, but I'm not going to. But I'm learning from this pain. I'm understanding it. This is the same thing that happened on the left side. So I've already been through this pain. I just didn't think I was going to do it on this side. Well, here I am, okay, a year later. Now I have to rest. Now I have to drink water. Now I need better sleep. Definitely need to make sure my nutrition's on. I need more BCAAs, right? Got to heal this stuff. Got to bring down the inflammation. The pain is important, dude. If we didn't have pain, if we were constantly comfortable, we would never do anything. The pain is supposed to make us move. But if we're using that pain to make us move towards more pain, that's the problem. That's the problem. We sit here and think like, oh, dude, I deserve this. I'll just drink because of it. I'll drink the pain away. I'll just drink about it. I'm going to go home and drink about it. You know what I'm saying? That creates more pain. That lowers our mental health. That lowers our physical health. Destroys our energy. Destroys our insides. Like, the problem still exists. We're still equally uncomfortable. We're just not aware of it. Oh, you see what I'm saying? Under the illusion of alcohol, of course, it seems like all the problems are gone. But we're not looking for a temporary escape if everything we're doing is a temporary escape. A repeated temporary escape is a long-term escape. It means when you come back, everything that you've been ignoring still exists. Not only did it exist at the capacity before you started drinking, but you amplified it every single day since you started drinking. So getting sober sounds way worse, because all the problems are worse too. Why would you want to get sober if you know exactly what you're going back to? The person you don't like, the environment you don't prefer, the circumstances that got worse. Dude. You can't fix the problems within the environment that created them. If you created these issues, or these issues were created in an unhealthy environment, you cannot fix those problems as an unhealthy person. You must drink less alcohol. You must give yourself an opportunity, dude. Listen, sobriety doesn't guarantee anything, but without it, you don't stand a chance. Absolute facts. It guarantees nothing, but without sobriety, you don't stand a chance. You just don't. We all know what happens? We just continue to choose the escape. It's easy to escape. It's one drink away, but we're also one drink away of a full-blown addiction, dude. I lost so much of my addiction. I've gained a whole new life in my abstaining from substances. Dude, Ray, 100%. Not the same dude, not the same chick, not the same person. Alcohol, substances, toxicity, we got to look at it like acid. Anything that acid touches rots away. Rots away your brain, rots away your friendships, your relationships, your finances, your physical, mental, spiritual, energetic health. Dude, it's supposed to do that. Yet we sit here and go like, well, it hurts. I'll just drink one more until it goes away. And then we don't realize it because it's happening in real time. We're making it worse. And then numbing the pain and making it worse and numbing that pain. Now it's twice as bad, but I'm also twice as numb. That's the cycle. This is why there is a level of pain through the healing process. But at least this pain has a permanent solution. I guess when I say that, that's the difference between like my message. I don't care if you get sober. I care if you recover. It's easy to get sober. It takes 4 days. That's it. But staying sober is a reflection of how much energy you're willing to put into recovery. Because once again, if you're the same person in 20 years, that means you're equally the same person wishing they could drink or right on the edge of a breakdown. You're one death away, one ailment, one sickness, one anything could push you back towards the drink unless we start recovering from the reasons we want to drink. It doesn't matter if it's your daddy issues, your mommy issues, you got mother wound, father wound, family wounds, just bad habits, whatever it is. It is imperative that we practice drinking like we care about tomorrow. And we care about tomorrow because we care about us. And when we care about us, that's a reflection that we care about now. When we care about now, or at least pretend that we do, tomorrow starts to matter even more. And then we start to drink like that, and think like that, and feel like that. That means one less, right? A little more water, right? A little bit more conscious thoughts, one more walk, right? Maybe a gym membership, who knows? Just depends. But the only way to do all this stuff is your way. And I say all this just because my throat's starting to close up. Dude, how you get sober doesn't matter. How you stay sober, that's what matters, okay? Sobriety is the first step to recovery, and it only takes 4 days to get there. If you or someone you know is struggling, then obviously you know how to get a hold of me, dude. Skip the DMs, dude. Go straight to the site. Dude, get sober faster, man. Just use the resources, and then we'll chat later when you have questions. But if anybody's struggling, dude, you guys want to get your hands on single shot method, dude, even listen to the podcast, Beyond Sober Masterclass, you're even remotely interested in the Unlabeled recovery program, or you even want to work with me personally, dude, it's all in one place. Literally skip the DMs, go straight to that link. Sober, not sober, dude. Everything that we're looking for is right there, man. I spend all of my time, dude, when I'm not kicking it with you, making sure that everybody is happy and healthy and at least moving forward and struggling in the right direction, man. And if there's anything that I could possibly do for you that I haven't already done, created, thought about, or released a video for, then just let me know, and I'll do that. Because we're more similar than we are different, dude. Like we are all equally human. You're not the one that can't do it. You are the one that is doing it. You're the one that's taking care of you. You're the one that's practicing care, self-care, self-love, and moving forward. And I'm doing that same exact thing that you are. I'm just doing it in a different way, in a different space. I've reached a different place in my life, and I'm struggling forward in a different way. But that doesn't mean it's not difficult, doesn't mean it's not hard, doesn't mean it doesn't suck. It just means I'm doing it in a different place. So with that said, thank you so much for kicking it with me tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for arriving. I know it's been a few days since I've been live. I've got a ton of content coming out for you guys. I'm really excited about what we're releasing. Look, and my phone's about to die. That perfect notification. And yeah, dude, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for continuing to arrive, man. Thank you for like spreading the message, being the message. Literally, exactly who you are is exactly who I want you to be. You gotta be you to be better. I gotta be me to be better. We're all growing, all expanding, and it's your continued support and showing up that has helped thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people, including yourself. And I can't thank you enough. I got so much love and respect and honor and appreciation for you, honestly. Like, you have no idea. I thank the universe every day that we know each other and we get to hang out. And I continue to take care of myself even when my shoulder hurts, to make sure that I could be a shining representation of what's possible, what you're capable of, and be a support for you as you continue climbing this ladder of magic, man. I'm not done. I'm just getting started. I haven't finished, man. But here's the trip. I got my hand down, and we're all pulling each other up. Branca, you reach down, you grab the next person, okay? I'm gonna go, we're gonna go, we're all going together. We all win when we all win. And we're all winning. I'm so proud of you guys. With that, I love you. Just like my mother always says, she says it every day, take care of you. Just take care of you. That's it. You take care of you for me. I'm going to take care of me for you. Yeah? That makes sense? That feels right? Yeah? So take care of you. That makes sense?